Hiya guys, welcome to today's practice. It's a short, mixed ability flow, only around 10 to 15 minutes, so I hope you enjoy. I'm going to start today in a child's pose. So bringing the big toes together, taking the knees as wide as the mat, stretch the arms out in front and just release the head down towards the ground. If the head doesn't touch the ground, just place a block or something underneath your head to rest on. And just relax into that position. Taking some nice deep breaths. Just noticing how your body's feeling today. It's a nice way to start in child's pose to release any tension from the lower back. Nice lengthening pose for the spine. I'm going to take a really deep breath in through the nose. So breathing in. Feeling all the skin across the back body expand and stretch. And exhale through the mouth. So maybe just start to rock from side to side, moving into the hips, rolling the forehead across the mat. And we're going to make our way up to a seated position. So just coming up to a seated position, but stay in that position of your wide-legged child's pose. I'm just going to turn this way so you can see what I'm doing. So we're going to bring out one arm in front of us, the other hand drops to the ground, and we're going to open that arm up, twisting the torso towards the sky, looking under the armpit. Bring it back through centre, drop that arm to the opposite side, and then the other arm comes into the centre. We're going to carry it all the way up, turn the chest to the ceiling. Keep that moving, that arm comes back to the opposite side, other arm comes into the centre, carrying it on. You can bring the knees closer together if that feels better for you. I'm going to do a few more in your own time. You can maybe bend into this elbow as well to give you a bit of a deeper side stretch. Then bring it back to centre. We're going to come on to our cat and cow position, so just moving into a tabletop position, nice neutral spine. Knees below the hips, wrists below the shoulders, fingers are nicely spread out. As you breathe in, drop the belly, look forward. Exhale to reverse, round through the spine, press into the palms, looking back towards the knees. Inhale, drop the belly, look forward. Exhale, move to your cat position. Inhale, drop the belly, lift the chest. Exhale to reverse. One more time. Breathing in, lift the chest, look forward. Exhale, back to your cat position. And then release the spine back to neutral. I'm going to take one leg out to the side. So the foot's flat on the floor. That foot is in line with this bent knee. And we're just going to move the body backwards and forwards. Working into the inner thighs. You can take it as far back as you like, just slightly rocking backwards, or you can take it all the way back to the heel if your body's doing that for you today. If not, don't worry. We all work differently. One day can feel pretty much very different from another in your yoga practice. So just do what feels good for you today. No judgment. We're going to bring that knee back to centre, but lift it up behind. Just up to hip height. We don't want it really high. Just holding it at hip height. Nice light touch on the ground, we're not dumping all the weight into the floor. And then maybe lifting the opposite arm. Hold it there. We're going to bring the knee in towards the nose and the elbow at the same time, bringing them in, contract, expand. One more time. We're going to do one more on this side and take it across to the other side. Release that side. Taking the opposite foot out to the side. Again, find that position, foot's flat on the floor. The arch of that foot is in line with this knee. And again, just start to move backwards and forwards, bringing the weight back and forwards. You might want to take the bottom all the way back to the heel, stretch through the arms, lift onto the fingertips. Nice big breath in, bring it back. Just doing whatever feels good for you today. Now we're going to bring that foot in, again lifting it out behind. Foot's pointing down towards the floor, so are the hips. Lifting through the opposite arm. Just going to hold it for a breath. And then bring the knee and the elbow in at the same time. You want that kind of arch through the back as if you're doing the cat position in your cat and cow position. And release. Okay, we're going to bring the right foot through, coming into your crescent lunge. Bring the arms overhead. Bring the palms together, looking up at the thumbs. We're going to sink down into this hip, so push this hip forward. You'll feel a nice stretch going through the hip flexor. Knees stacked on top of the elbow, ankle. Looking up at the fingers, you might start to wobble, but don't worry, just try and steady yourself. Feel as though you're pushing the thighs together. Nice little easy back bend, looking up towards the thumbs. And bring the hands to heart centre. We're going to come into our Ardha Hanuman, half splits. Okay, so take the arms behind, come onto that heel of the right foot, straighten through the leg. We're trying to keep a nice straight back. So you want to dig the heel into the floor and feel as if you're pulling your hip back. Bringing it up, bring your foot back, I can't speak today, bring the foot flat back onto the floor, lift through the arms. We're going to flow with your own breath. Exhale as you come back down to your split position. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to flow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale as we come up. Exhale to reverse. Try to keep a nice straight back. Bring that foot back onto the floor. Drop the left arm to the floor. We're going to come into an easy twist. Lifting the right arm up. Looking up towards the ceiling. You might want to stay there, or you can tuck the toes of the left foot and bring it into a lunge. Going to hold it for 2 breaths. Maybe open the arm. Drop that hand back to the floor. We're going to drop the knee back down. Turn that left knee so you've got a kickstand behind you with that foot. And we're going to come into a kneeling warrior 2. So take the arms out wide. This right foot is stacked on top of the knee. Again, arms wide, looking over the fingers of your front hand. Okay, so we're just going to move backwards and forwards. Again, working into the inner thighs. You might want to be able to manage a tiny little lean into that leg. You'll feel it in the outside of this glute as well. Come back to centre. We're going to come to a little side stretch. Lost for words some days. You just have to forgive me for that one. Okay, so resting this hand on this knee, leaning into this side stretch. Arm is lifting, chest is lifting to the ceiling. Breathe, nice full breaths. We're going to reverse the stretch. Take this hand down to the floor. You can always take it onto the leg if it doesn't reach. Or you can put some blocks on the floor so you can rest your hand on. Blocks are always handy to have. Don't think it's a cheat, it's really not. Come back to your warrior two. Pull the hands down, bring this foot back behind us. So we're in our low lunge. Lift that back leg. We're going to come up to a crescent lunge. Take the arms overhead. Bring the hands together. We're going to drop that foot and we're going to turn to come into our goddess squat. So this back foot swings round and comes into your goddess position. We're just going to dip 3 times. Hold it there. Lovely. Turn that foot back round. Drop the knee to the floor. We're just going to do 1. Lift that leg. Swap the legs over. We're doing the opposite side. So again, same sequence on this side. Bringing us up to a crescent lunge. Thumbs together. Looking up to the thumbs. Gentle back bend. Exhale, bring the hands to heart center. Going to move through them half splits. So just adjust your setting if you need to. Adjust your knees and your stance for this if you need to bring them a bit closer together. Okay, so breathing in, take the arms up. Exhale, we straighten through that leg. I've got a bad back, so this side's not as easy. Inhale, we're coming up. Exhale, straighten through that leg. It's a bit more challenging than I thought this side. Inhale. Exhale, straighten through the leg. Good for challenging your balance anyway. Inhale again. Exhale. Make sure you dig the heel into the floor. Feel as though you're pulling the leg backwards towards you. You can always do this with your hands on 2 blocks and just move the legs in that position if lifting the arms is too much. Same thing, still does the same job. Bring the foot back to the floor. We're going to drop the right hand to the floor, coming into our easy twist. So as you breathe in, lift the left arm up. Look up to the ceiling. You can stay like this, so you can tuck the right toes and lift that back leg. Just hold it for 2 breaths. And release the knee back down. We're going to come into that position where the foot's behind us. I'm just going to swap legs, so I'm going to turn in the same way as you. Don't want to turn my back to you. So we're on this side this time, coming into your warrior two, kneeling warrior two. Okay, so make sure that knee's pushing outwards. You're not bringing the knee in like that. Bring the arms out wide. We're going to start to move into that front knee. It's taking the weight into the front knee. Good for stretching the inner thighs. And you'll also feel it here in the outside of this glute. Back to your centre. Drop this hand down to the front thigh. Lift up and reach across. Side angle. All positions can be amended. If you can't do a full variation of something, there's always an alteration. Take it back to the opposite side. To a reverse, sorry. Bring us back to your warrior two. And then we're going to circle the hands down, bring the foot back behind us, coming up to a high crescent lunge this time. So find your crescent lunge. Again, bring the feet in. We're going to take the feet wide this time, bend into the knees. I'm going to take the hands down to the legs. I'm going to drop the right shoulder in, stick the bum out behind. Back to centre, opposite shoulders coming down. Maybe move into the knees, move side to side. One more for each side. Drop that right shoulder in, sticking your bum out behind. Left side. Lovely. We're still in our goddess squat. We're just going to take the hands down to the floor, framing that right foot. Rocking backwards and forwards in your runner's lunge. We're going to do that swap of the legs again. So you can either take it slow or you can jump it through to the other side. We're just going to do a couple of those. 5. Drop to the knees. We're going to come to a puppy pose. So keep the knees on top of the hips. Walk the hands forward. Sink the chest down to the floor. Take some deep breaths. Stretch it through the shoulders, the upper back. If you want to deepen the stretch, you can always come up onto the fingertips and then sink the chest down towards the ground. And release. We're coming back to that child's pose to finish off. Big toes together, separate the knees. Stretching the arms out in front, relaxing the forehead down. And you can spend as long as you like in this position. Thanking yourself for turning up to your practice today. Hope you've enjoyed. Please subscribe if you have. And I will see you soon for another practice. Bye.